Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop Opinions, because humanity's proof karma takes naps. Okay, this title doesn't really give us nothing, but it's our new favorite K-pop channel, so let's see what they gotta say.
NewJeans is doomed to lose because their entire fight is fundamentally misdirected. Their grievances aren't even with ADOR. ADOR has zero power over an employee from the Lift Lab. No authority over Hive's PR staff or news outlets like Dispatch exposing private information. I know their contract includes a clause stating that it can be terminated if the company violates something and doesn't fix it within 14 days. But ADOR did nothing, and most of the demands are laughably unfixable.
ADOR.
Oh, because I'm thinking a doer, like somebody who did something, so I'm like, okay, ADOR. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this AI voice is just killing me. But, yeah, no, I agree. I understand the contract has a clause. However, I don't really feel Hive really did anything. And, okay, even if they did do it, I have not seen sufficient evidence that would say in court that, oh, this is sufficient. Like, I didn't see it. Like, if there's something subjective, circumstantial, maybe, I don't know, like what, that somebody didn't say hi to you? Like, that's not fucking evidence.
And you know what's really messed up? Okay, Hee-jin would have been the saving grace because one of their requests was to have her as the CEO, but since she took the money and ran, that was not even an option on the table for the company to actually do.
Right.
So, with that in mind, they would have not been able to come to terms with that for the girls to have lawfully terminate their contract.
Yeah, no, I think the termination was illegal, so
Especially reinstating Hee-jin. The entire fiasco is built on one unspoken truth. NewJeans and Hee-jin are just a couple of opportunists trying to get a bigger slice of Hive's pie.
Yeah,
the whole escape plan.
I'm not willing to say NewJeans yet. I haven't seen enough evidence. But Hee-jin is definitely an opportunist.
What would be the evidence that
I would want some sort of evidence that they what's the word?
Because I feel like what would have saved them if they had like
conspired.
I feel like if they expose Hee-jin.
No, for me, if I see some evidence that NewJeans conspired with Hee-jin, then yes. However, right now I see evidence that Hee-jin conspired. Plenty of evidence there. I don't see that the girls were in on the plan yet. I'm not saying they weren't. I'm saying
they got backdoored.
Innocent until proven guilty. To me, Hee-jin has been already proven guilty.
Yeah.
The girls, I haven't really seen anything. Like, yeah,
they are like opportunists, but who's the biggest? Is Hee-jin.
No, Hee-jin. Why do you say the girls are opportunists?
Because it's not bad to be an opportunist. Like, of course, everyone wants to seize the opportunity, but the fact that in what context to negatively impact their relations with Hive when they seem to want better relationships with Hive. They want the big guy, the boss to take a picture with them. They want better relations. They want to say hi to everybody. They want to be treated like the same. They don't want to be oddballs.
But how does that make them opportunists?
Opportunist means they try to take an opportunity to better relationships by calling them out and say, we can have better relationships, meet these standards, and we can proceed moving forward. They are not trying to sabotage Hive. They want better working conditions. They want better contracts.
The thing is, the word opportunist has a negative connotation.
It does.
So what you're describing is there's nothing negative about it, though. That's why I'm saying I don't see them as opportunists. Because the word opportunist, when you call someone opportunist, you don't mean it as a compliment.
Yeah.
You mean it as a kind of like a negative.
I guess the caveat is you're using people to sabotage to get what you want.
Yeah, I would say so, yes. I would say so.
I don't think the girls are.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So far, I don't think the girls are. I have seen that the girls are in on it. Now, if I see text messages from Hani or somebody else to Hee-jin, yo, let's fuck Hive up, fuck them. Yo, like if, for example, if Hani said, yo, don't tell the other 4 girls, but we're gonna do this. Yeah. Then Hani's on it. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't think all 5 girls were in on it.
If you see the meltdown of the 5
if we see like one of the girls in on it, because
someone's gonna break.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, let's go.
Plan is nothing but a poorly disguised cash grab with a side of ego stroking. Hee-jin can't outright say, I want more money. because that'd demolish any shred of credibility she has left. So instead, she wraps it up in this pretentious narrative of rebellion. The irony is delicious. She's pretending to fight the system she's part of, but in reality, she's angling to ride it even harder. And when the plan inevitably falls apart, the only thing we're left with is a messy trail of failure, desperation, and a lot of people pretending not to notice. The courtroom battle is inevitable, and the only question is who'll file first, ADOR or NewJeans. 2. Gayoon was kicked out MADEIN. This poor 19-year-old kid Gayoon got straight up thrown out of her group for daring to speak up about being assaulted by her own CEO. Instead of owning up to their disgusting behavior, these cowards responded with textbook victim-blaming tactics and swiftly terminated her contract. They deliberately dropped the news the same day as New...
But why is that unpopular opinion? I feel that's pretty popular. I feel like everybody agrees that that was wrong. I don't really see anybody making an argument for the company in this case. I haven't seen anybody say, yeah, she should have been kicked out. Because NewJeans, I do see a lot of supporting NewJeans. This, I have not yet seen nobody supporting the CEO, so I don't know why she's saying this is an unpopular opinion.
NewJeans press conference because they knew Hee-jin's drama would steal all the headlines. The worst part? Their plan worked perfectly. Barely anyone's talking about how they fried a teenage assault victim. The industry keeps getting away with this predatory behavior because they know exactly how to bury these...
I guess because nobody's talking about it, but nobody's talking about it because it's a small group, unknown group, that's why.
Stories. It makes me sick how they protect these creeps while punishing young victims who speak up. It's a clown show of moral decay, exploitation, victim blaming, and unchecked power. Forget ethics or accountability. Those are fairy tales in this industry where abuse is a business model and human lives are disposable assets. The other members' parents asked the company to disband the group, but the CEO simply said no. He's a walking embodiment of ego and entitlement. The parents are pleading for their kids' safety and sanity. And this clown still has the nerve to look them in the eyes? Where's the police? The company is not even pretending to care. They're doubling down on defending their predator-in-chief, rolling out PR statements as hollow as their souls. They're sending a loud and clear message to all young idols. You're on your own, sweetie. Get assaulted? That's your problem, not ours. It's infuriating. And where's the fans' outrage? You'll riot over a stupid award, but when an idol's life is trashed, crickets. That's some next-level cowardice.
I don't know if
Predators
they're
thrive
able to
because
get
they know
away
fans...
with it as easy as they think. Because first of all, even in once with NewJeans out of the equation, the people who like this group, who are invested in this group, are gonna notice that one girl is missing.
I don't think there was many people that like this group. They just debuted it a couple months ago.
And they're not gonna notice one girl's missing. They still will notice.
Yeah, no, people are aware that a girl is missing. I mean, honestly, I don't know why nobody's why they're not making a bigger deal out of this. I can't tell you why. I don't know, but they're not. I guess because we haven't really seen it as in people making it a big deal. I don't know. I can't answer that.
Care more about comebacks than comeback stories from survivors. Humanity's not just doomed, it's actively helping this garbage continue. 3. Let's talk about Loossemble leaving their company 1 year after signing with them. Contrary to what many think, this isn't a contract termination, but rather a contract expiration. Many wonder why Loossemble left, and here's my theory. This seems like a calculated trial run rather than a surprise end. Loossemble likely had a 1-year contract with the agency, not as a termination, but more as...
Yeah, it was an expiration. That was pretty obvious, I felt like. And we were surprised how short the contract, so we kind of felt, oh, good for the girls that, if they don't like it, they can leave. So, I don't really have a problem with that.
Expiration. The whole setup feels like a prove-it experiment. Testing profitability before committing to anything long-term. A 1-year deal is unusual, but with a small new agency and the baggage these members bring from their Luna days, it makes sense. Loosemble's approach wasn't exactly standard either. They jumped into touring almost immediately, even before their debut dropped, and they were on tour as recently as last month, with 3 comebacks under their belt. But maybe it wasn't enough to justify continuing. Or maybe the members simply had other plans, possibly aiming for a Luna reunion. While unlikely, it's possible this was their goal all along. There's even a chance that ARTMS's company Modhouse could sign the Loossemble members, creating a 10-member reunion by merging ARTMS and Loossemble. You might wonder why they didn't just debut together from the start.
Yeah.
The answer could lie with their ex-company, BlackBerry Creative, potentially holding rights to delay any post-Luna music releases. That might have made an immediate reunion look like organized poaching, so Loossemble could have been a placeholder, debuting and promoting for a year to avoid legal complications before potentially joining Modhouse now. Of course, this is all speculation. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, okay, interesting ideas. I don't have nothing against them. All seem plausible.
Yeah.
Will they happen? I don't know, but seems logical. I don't know. I don't have anything against it.
4. Irene has the worst solo debut out of Red Velvet.
Oh.
Irene is the 4th member to go solo after Wendy.
Okay. Worst out of Red Velvet, kind of hard to dispute for us because we haven't really seen others' debuts, so I can't say hers is the best. However, I did feel that was a pretty good debut, though. I would be surprised that I like the other 3 more than this one. I felt like this was a solid debut. I really did.
I felt apathetic about it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was okay. Like, I didn't feel it because I've heard way more songs. I like that it was a little piano vibe. It was a little different.
I feel like the name of the song in itself, like, what is this? What is supposed to give? This is like your solo debut.
She's blossoming like a flower as a singer.
That's a better title than this.
Wow, what do you mean? There is a title like
No,
a flower.
like a flower, but yours is like blossoming.
Yeah, so
flower.
just
I
implied.
like that
The
better.
word is blossoming is implied.
Then you should have wrote her title.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with this debut. That's interesting, her opinion.
So the enjoy, it was alright. But after a decade in the game, Irene needed to show us more. Like a flower feels like wrapping a cheap gift in designer paper. The Afrobeats production is chef's kiss. Polished, vibrant and full of life. Those crisp percussions and that sly synth bass make the track undeniably addictive.
It's kind of like very straightforward.
It is. I mean, I guess I just didn't have high expectations for Red Velvet.
She's still in the game, but
I know, but to me,
this is what she gives us.
Yeah, but to me, Red Velvet is like not like all that. So I didn't kind of have no expectations. So coming in with no expectations, I felt it was solid. I don't know.
Striking a balance that feels both effortless and electric. But then, Irene opens her mouth and the whole illusion crumbles. The melody, flat. The chorus, a predictable, lazy, repetitive string of cliches that...
Okay, chorus was a little flat. But the beat, she said melody flat. No, I disagree. I think melody was really cool.
that wouldn't pass in a high school poetry class. The
Oh,
structure
this is
just plods
dragging.
along.
Yeah, but let's be real. Half of
That's
K-pop
me.
songs wouldn't pass poetry class. They don't make no sense.
Hypnotized by its own beat without ever going anywhere exciting, Irene does her best to sell it. And I gotta admit that she's improved a lot. But charisma can only take you so far when the material is this hollow. It's like slapping a Ferrari engine into a busted old car. No matter how good the
She's
parts
going
are,
hard,
it's not
though.
going anywhere. 5. Kim Garam was barely there. Stop dragging Garam into every single conversation about
Who's-
Lesser
who's
Atom.
Kim?
It's been
Oh.
years, people. Garam was in the group for literally 12 days. People need to stop acting like her absence is some pivotal plot point in their storyline. Lesser Atom are thriving, and Garam's relevance to that success is
This
about...
is the sixth member that dropped earlier.
Yeah.
We've never even
I
seen
feel like
around.
that's the same thing can be said for the MADEIN group. People gonna still ask for that member.
significant as my dog's opinion on nuclear physics. Even if Garam had stayed, y'all would have found a reason to rip her apart anyway. Don't pretend this is about her talent, or lack thereof. It's just another...
So, guys, what is the comments people are making about Kim? Because we haven't seen anything. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I'm
excuse for
lost.
trolls to project their issues onto a group of young women. Garam didn't even stick around long enough to prove anything. The tired if Garam were still their narrative is nothing but weak sauce. She wouldn't have saved anything. Coachella? Give me a break. All this is just a cheap way to dodge legitimate critiques about the group while hiding behind someone who's not even a rep.
Oh, I guess whenever somebody criticizes them, people say, oh, if Kim was there, things would be different.
On to defend herself. It's cowardly. Lesser Atham was just a line on Kim Garam's CV. Move on already. 6.
I wonder,
What happened to
I
girls?
wonder what position she played.
On Fire. This JTBC survival show aired from April to June, promising the debut of a 5-member vocal girl group, complete with a hefty 200 million won prize, an album release, a concert tour, and a global showcase. Sounds great, right?
Oh, I think we reacted to a couple episodes, but not a full show. Maybe we should check it out.
Well, fast forward 6 months after the finale, and it's crickets, 0 updates from the agency that's supposed to manage them. The debut was supposed to happen between September and October, but it never materialized, and the concert was cancelled. Recently, one of the girls who won the show was chatting with fans on a live stream, and she openly admitted that she's clueless about the group's fate. Imagine winning a golden ticket only to find out there's no factory. The lack of communication is disrespectful. These girls were promised creative freedom to come up with their own group name, following the model of other JTBC survival shows. But without agency support or even a group name to rally behind, it feels like JTBC tossed them into the deep end without a life jacket. Meanwhile,
What probably happened, there wasn't much interest, and people didn't really watch the survival show, so this is said, fuck it, let's shelve it. I think that's what happened.
I mean, they should just
Jake-
say that. If this doesn't create any buzz,
they should come out and say it.
We can't do anything for you.
I don't know why is that so hard. I think that's pretty reasonable to say. Yeah, it's just
it's reasonable. I understand.
Yeah, not worth the money. That's it. I get it. So at the end of the day, it's not about the girls. It's about the money. You know.
C is moving on. Currently airing another boy group show. It's as if they won't wait 5 minutes to forget the girls they just promised the moon to. This kind of behavior reeks of poor management and possibly bigger issues behind the scenes. Are these girls just another project tossed aside once the cameras stop rolling? Did they even get the 200 million won prize? It doesn't look good. From an industry perspective, this raises serious red flags about the sustainability and sincerity of survival shows. Are these platforms truly launching pads for idols, or just content factories looking for the next big thing without considering the aftermath?
Content factories looking for the next, that's what they are. They were never looking out for idols, they're only looking out to make money.
Lack of transparency and support post-show suggests the latter might be true. 7. Let's talk about a special documentary called Bodymentary, Confessions About Weight.
Oh, that's where Wasa is going to admit that she took diet pills or something like that.
What makes this upcoming documentary interesting is that a few idols like Sisters Soyu and Mamamoo Wasa will be a part of it, sharing their experiences with weight and body image. Documentaries are a mixed bag. They can absolutely trip over themselves and end up accidentally reinforcing the very thing they're trying to fight against. But still, props to these women for speaking up. The industry is a breeding ground for body shaming. Thin is one thing, but this obsession with literally starving yourself and wrecking your body just to fit a particular mold, that's straight up insane. It's not just about the adults. It's terrifying that 12 and 13-year-olds are being psychologically abused by this, publicly shaming kids for not hitting a weight goal, threatening to not even let them debut unless they're a certain size. That's beyond messed up. It's like setting up a race where the...
I always wonder with that, are the standards we have like unrealistic? Do we not have like a proper chef, a proper trainer, a proper coach to help like get to the goals? Because I understand you think a certain way, but are expectations unrealistic?
I think there's lack of education in Korean society about diet and everything. Because I don't think it should be that bad. I don't think it's hard to stay in shape. I don't think it's hard at all. I don't think you need to starve yourself either.
Yeah, I feel like it's the worst. Like, we have grown so far.
Yeah, because as a society, there's so dieting is so easy. It's not hard at all. Like it's not hard, and you don't have to starve yourself. And the amount of times these idols spend dancing.
Yeah,
you should not even have to worry about calories.
God. Exactly. If anything, I feel like you eat the most. And you keep dancing, and if you were to stop doing this, then that's wow, wait.
But when you dance, you burn calories. Like I really don't understand why is that a problem.
I feel like it's more of a risk to not eat and then dance so many hours in practice that you could possibly faint and be medically removed from the situation. I just think we are so past like having to stop yourself.
I think our understanding of nutrition and everything has evolved so much in the past 2 decades that I feel like Korea is still in the 90s, and where the rest of the world, at least the Western world, is like we understand the nutrition. It's not hard at all.
Because what looks good if you don't eat, like from not eating, I don't think a person looks right. Like, what do you look like?
They, for whatever reason, they worship that skinny, no muscle figure, but. I mean, I get it.
But when you start seeing bones, that's when they're like, oh, man.
I guess the thing is, when you have no muscle, you burn less calories too. So the girls should aim to put a little muscle on them too. Not just be skin and bones, because then, that's kind of hurts everybody. They can't eat because, that they're going to gain weight. But, I don't know. It's a little... But that's what I'm saying. I feel like this is not the girls. This is just the... Korea as a society, they don't really... I don't know what the fuck they do. They don't understand nutrition. Take some, I don't know... Watch some YouTube videos about nutrition. It's not really that complicated. It's so straightforward.
The only way to win is to get seriously hurt. These girls are basically being destroyed physically and mentally, losing their periods, their hair, having their bodies completely warped by this pressure. It's not just about looks. It's about their health and their well-being. It's like they're being programmed to see their bodies as the enemy. So let's hope this documentary will push the right message. 8. G Idol's Minnie will make her solo debut next month. January is gonna be crazy. IVE's comeback. Got 7 and G Friends reunions. And now Minnie joins the lineup. She's been so active with OSTs, collabs, and her songwriting within G Idol.
That's why I kind of like groups like NewJeans. Because they don't have to wear like clothes that are like super, super tight, that is so focused on your figure. They're more like very like comfortable in their performance. So for me, I look at that group and I'm like, okay, at least they, not too much focus on emphasis on having the perfect figure, When
But
I see other
it's
dudes,
not even about the perfect figure. I think their idea of what the perfect figure is wrong.
mm-hmm.
Their idea of perfect figure is just skinny and that's it. Like no muscles. I don't
Mm.
really understand how is that a perfect figure. So
You could be skinny with no muscles, but you gotta eat.
no, like to me, like the perfect figure is being in shape, not just skinny. Like skinny when your legs is, if your legs is
Because they dance, they're naturally gonna be skinny.
no, but dancers can be muscular too.
I know, but if they don't want to put on the muscle,
But
they
they
don't
should.
worry
That's
about.
what I'm saying. They should
They
put on
shouldn't worry
muscle.
about fat.
But if you have muscle burns fat, then you can afford to eat. Because when you don't have muscle, then you can't fucking eat. So it's like running in circles. You know, like
Because when people hear you have to put on muscle, they think to the extreme.
no, not
That's
to the
why,
extreme.
That's why I
Just
say
a
you
little
don't really
bit.
gotta do too much.
Yeah, just a little bit of muscle, so that you're gonna force to boost up your metabolism a little bit, so you can eat and work out. Like that's like why do you think all professional athletes lift weights?
Yeah.
Like soccer players, basketball players, they in the off season in the gym lifting weights. Why?
Honestly,
Not because they're bodybuilders,
you should
because it helps.
You should give people, if they want to subscribe for your plans, your fitness plans.
Plenty of info on YouTube about that.
She had one foot in the solo door.
But you're very
that being
honest.
said, she's proven herself as a songwriter with some genuinely great tracks for the group. So
I feel like
expectations
even
are high for
sometimes
what
the people online.
Yeah, people online lie because they get sponsored by companies.
Yeah,
All
because
protein
you
powder.
gotta take this. No, you don't.
Yeah,
No, you don't.
whatever this solo brings. But let's not sugarcoat the obvious, being a non-Korean soloist in Korea comes with its own uphill battle. The local industry is notorious for its selective support, so she'll need to really deliver something standout and market it smartly to break through. Here's hoping she can pull it off just like Yuki did. I'm also excited for Dreamcatcher's comeback this month. Their consistency is nothing short of impressive, especially considering the uphill battle most groups from their era face. Their company deserves credit for actually doing their job, a rare feat in K-pop where smaller agencies often drop the ball after a group's initial buzz fades. 9. Let's review a Chillin's comeback official. I liked the 90s inspired club beat, and the filtered vocal loop teases you into thinking you're in for a nostalgic banger. For a hot second, it feels like a Chillin might be delivering something that scratches that retro itch with a fresh twist. But no, it's just another hollow shell wrapped in pretty packaging. This is what happens when the industry decides to prioritize production gimmicks over actual singing. Can we talk about how this singing plague is sucking the soul out of K-pop? Like, congratulations on the sick beat and all. But what's the point when the vocals are flatter than my butt? Where's the heart? Where's the artistry?
Well, if your butt is flat, go do some squats. Come on now.
Like they've traded in genuine musicality for a checklist of viral-friendly aesthetics and TikTok-ready moments. And don't even try to tell me this is intentional minimalism. Minimalism still needs depth, not just vibes on autopilot. These tracks aren't built to last. They're built to trend, if they're even lucky to do so. And when the next...
Because, no, in K-pop, it's like they're making groups like pancakes. Just next one after the other. Flip. Like, come on. Slow down.
Yeah, no,
Put some quality. You don't need that many groups.
I think especially now since they've seen the success of BTS, they're trying to look for that next group that has that pull.
I feel it started a little before BTS, because when we reacted to the girls' debut songs, you can kind of see when it picked up. It picked up around 2012, 2013, and then the next boom was about 2017, so maybe that was related to BTS. Yeah, like they started just like fucking pancakes, the groups, and they all sound the same. Why do you need 20 groups sounding the same? For what? I don't understand.
I'm so curious how they get the capital to start out like into the Korean.
What do you mean? They make profit from
like from beginning, like grassroots.
Borrow money from whoever.
I don't know if it's that easy.
To start a business? I mean, businesses always are started on borrowed money.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.